McGee by Robert Service. This is a monologue. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mile for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labadge. I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the south to roam round the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. Though he'd often say in his homely way that he should live in hell. On a Christmas day we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the park as fold to stab like a driven nail. If our eyes were close, our lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night we lay packed tight in our rows beneath the snow. The dogs were fed and the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. He turned to me and Cap, says he, I'll cash in this trip I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, it's the coarse cold and it's got right hold till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet ten being dead is my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul affair you'll cremate my last remains. Now past last needs a thing to hate, so I swore I would not fail. We started on at the streak of dawn, but God he looked ghastly pale. He crouched in the sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee, and before nightfall a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried, horror driven, with a corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised through and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Now a promise bears a tax unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I cursed that load. In the long, long night by the lone firelight, while the huskies round in a ring heard out their woes to the homeless nose, oh God, how I loathed the thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow, and on I went though the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. I'd often sing to the hateful thing and I'd hearken with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake Labadge and a derelict there lay. It was jammed in the ice, but I saw no trace. It was called the Alice May. I looked at it, I thought a bit, then I looked at my frozen chum. Then here, said I with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor and I lit the boil of fire. Some coal I found that was laying around and I heaped the fuel higher. The flames just soared and the furnace rose such a blaze you seldom see. So I bored a hole in the glowing coal and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. The heavens scolded and the huskies howled and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot water ran down my cheeks and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke and an inky cloak was streaking down the sky. I do not know how long the snow I wrestled with grisly fear, but the stars came out and they danced about, ere again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked, and time I looked, then the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. He wore a smile you could see a mile, and he said, please, close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. So, there are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mile for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that'd make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labadge. I cremated Sam McGee.
Johnny McKearney.
Johnny McKearney.